present about statistics about favorite place to traveling among overseas students. This is for our statistics subject, which is SMS 1024. So we have 5 crew member, which is me, Tiara Sanita, and Muhammad Syakir. Amang Hussein bin Azali. Muhammad Fikri bin Zakri. And tentu Muhammad Faiz bin Abdul Hadi.
Okay, what is statistics? Statistics is a group of science that used to collect, analysis, present and interpret data and to draw a conclusion of the scientific data. So statistics is divided into two groups, which is the first one is inferential statistics, which is to describe. Inferential statistics is taking a sample and analysis the sample to make judgment or claim about the population. The second one is descriptive statistics, which is more to generalization. Descriptive statistics, the correlation, organization, summarization, and presentation of the data. The use of student and graph to help us explain. In our study, we have combined questionnaire with some questions to do research about the favorite place to traveling among overseas students. Some questions that we have analysis is a gender, age, education level, do you have travel, time of place, does travel help in stress, abroad or inside, with when you want to travel to see this back.
There are two types of data, which is qualitative data and quantitative data. Okay, right now I want to explain you about qualitative data. Qualitative data is non-numerical measurement, and example is gender, male or female. Then quantitative data is numerical measurements that can be ordered and ranked. Example is expense or the spend. Quantitative data can divide by two groups, which is discrete and continuous. Discrete is finite number of values are quantifiables, and continuous is infinite number of values that can assume any numerical value.
Okay, our group conducted a survey among overseas students and we had 27 respondents. The sample I am going to talk about is age and gender. As we know, gender is a qualitative sample where the sample has no value, that is between male and female. According to the data we found, there were 14 male and 13 female. From this data, we can see that male are more likely to engage in travel activity. Now this is bar chart show that male dominated 52% the data, and in the rest is female. Back to my second sample of age. This age sample is a quantitative sample. Why is it quantitative? Because there are values like age 20, 31 and so on. Based on the data we collect, it was found that respondents aged 18 to 19 accounted for 59%, while those aged 20 and 21 are 37%, and the rest is 22 and above. It shows UPSI students who are 18 and 19 are more likely to travel. That's all, I think. Yeah, that's all. Please.
I will tell you about the type of place that UPSI students choose to travel. This data is qualitative data with choice of Asia, America, Europe, and other. Based on the data we found, Asia dominates 63%, while America is 7% and Europe is 30%. This is show that Asia is a majority option for UPSI students. Next, I will tell you a sample of UPSI students whether they choose to travel locally or abroad. This data is also qualitative data because it has no value. According to the data, 44% of UPSI students have opted to travel locally, while 56% prefer to travel overseas. This shows that UPSI students tend to travel abroad rather than within the country.
Okay, the data that we analyze are related to probability. What is probability? Probability is generally known as a change of an event occurring. We need a few notions from set theory before we jump into probability theory. Okay, as we can see, the bar graph shows that two questions are combined together. From that blue table, that was two-way classification table. Okay, from that table we can see marginal probabilities. What is marginal probability? Marginal probability is the probability of a single event without consideration of any other event. Also, it called simple probability. Okay, the marginal probability that shows from the blue table is probability for diploma is 24/27 and probability for degree is 3/27 and probability for yes who vote yes is 26/27 and probability who vote no is 1/27. Okay, next the question that we combine together are education level and the question about do you like to travel, and we combine together, we shows in graph bar. From that data analysis that we can see all of respondents would like to travel. From the 27 respondents, 24 are from diploma and 3 people are from degree. The result also show that majority from the respondent will not vote for no by the question do you like to travel. The majority is no one has vote no, and it's like all of respondents will like to travel.
So this question is about with whom UPSI student prefer travel with. Okay, in the questionnaire we provided 3 answers, which is family, friends, or solo, that the respondent or student can pick out which one they prefer travel with. Okay, from the analysis, we found that 16 out of 27 student or respondent prefer travel with their family. 8 out of 27 student or respondent prefer travel with their friends, and the balance is 3 is prefer travel solo. Okay, this question is a quantitative data and discrete value. So what can I do with this data is make a pie chart. So how to make a pie chart? We need a relative frequency, percentage, and angle. So the relative frequency is used to calculate the percentage. So how to calculate the relative frequency is just the frequency of the respondent divided by the total of respondent. So we get the answer, and then percentage is just take the relative frequency and times by hundreds. So we get the percentage, and the angle is used to, we divided the pie chart into their part, and the percentage um is to so the percentage is to put the at the part of the pie chart, so we can see this pie chart. Okay, this is the pie chart that I've made for this question. So we found that UPSI students prefer travel with their family rather than travel solo and with their friends. So this question is about total days of UPSI students spend when vacation. So after we analyze, we found that this question is quite similar than the previous one. Since it is also a quantitative data and discrete variables. So in the questionnaire, we just provided a blank place so that the student or the respondent can fill in the blank place with how many days they have spent when vacation. So after we analyze, we found 7 answers from the respondent, which is 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a week, more than a week, and 1 month. So 11 respondents spent only 2 days on their vacation. 3 days and 4 days take the number of student, the similar number of student, the same number of student, which is 2. 5 days only 1 student. Week 2 student. More than week is 8 student, and 1 month just 1 student out of 27 student. Okay, so since it is same with the previous one, so we also analyze this data by using a pie chart. So I have teach you just now how to do a pie chart and how what we need to do the pie chart. So pie chart need relative frequency, percentage, and angle. So we just move to the pie chart because I have shown you just now how to do a pie chart and what we need to do a pie chart. Okay, so this is the pie chart. It's about total days of UPSI students spent on their vacation. So in the pie chart, we can see that the majority of the UPSI students spend only 2 days on their vacation, and then followed by more than a week, and the least one is 1 month. So we move to the data description. Data description is divided into 3 groups, which is measurement of central tendency, measurement of variation and dispersion, and measurement of position. Measurement of central tendency is consists 3 things, which is mean, mode, and median. This explain about we can find the mean or mode or median in this measurement, and then this measurement is consists of range, variance, and standard deviation, and the measurement of position is consists quartile and percentile. So this question is about expenses of UPSI student on vacation. This is a quantitative data with discrete variables. So we analyze this question based on topic of data description, which consists of 3 things, but we just use the first one, which is the measurement of central tendency. As we know that measurement of central tendency consists of 3 things also, which is mean, mode, and median. Okay, to show the data of this analysis, we made up of an OGIF graph. So this is an OGIF graph. OGIF graph is consists of y-axis and x-axis. Y-axis is the number of students, which is the frequency of the respondent, and the x-axis is the expenses, which we use the midpoint of the class interval. So let's see the table. Okay, this is the table that we need to make up the OGIF graph. Okay, this is the expenses or the class interval, and then this is the midpoint, this is the tally, this is the frequency, and this is the cumulative frequency. So how to calculate the midpoint of class is you just sum up the lower limit of the class interval plus by upper limit of the class interval, but the upper limit of the class interval you need to sum up with you must add by 0.5, and then after you sum up both of these, you divide by 2, and then you get the midpoint of class. So the rest is the same like what I have explained just now. So the total number of tally and the total number of frequency must be the same. So frequency is the number of respondent, and the cumulative frequency, so how to calculate the cumulative frequency is just you sum up the frequency. For example, 0 plus by 10, and then you get the answer, you plus by 4, and then you get the answer, you plus by 3 until the rest, and then at the end you must get 27, which is the total number of the respondent. So let's see what can we analyze more about this question. Okay, so as we know that measurement of sensor tendency is consists of can be group data or for ungrouped data. So this question is group data since it has class interval. Okay, so I want to calculate the mean, mode, and median. So why I use the formula of population? This is because I use all the number of the respondent. I'm not use certain number of the respondent, but I use all. So that's why I use the formula of the population. So this is the formula of the population. You just times midpoint and frequency, and then you sum up all together, and then divide by the number of frequency, which is the number of the respondent, and then you get 2287. Therefore, the mean of the mean of the expenses of the student on vacation is 2287 ringgit. So now I want to find the mode. So as we know, mode is the number that most occur in certain data. So let's see, let's go back to the table. Okay, the most occur is 10. So we not take this 10, but we take the midpoint of the class. That's why the mode is 750. Alright, so now we want to calculate the median. Median is the midpoint. The midpoint. Alright, so this is the formula of the median. LM is the lower boundaries of the class containing the median. WM is the width of the class in which the median lies. So you can read all of this meaning of this formula here. I already give to you. So let's go back to the table again. Since okay, so first thing first, we need to find the middle observation, which is n divided by 2. So n is the total number of the respondent, which is 27, divided by 2 is 13.5. So 13.5 is approaching 14. So we assume that this row, so that's why I choose this row. So the formula is LM plus WM. So LM is this one, lower limit boundaries is 1000, and then the width of the class in which the median lies is upper boundaries of the class minus by 1000, and then plus by 1, and then we get 500. Okay, so this is the way to calculate the WM. Okay, so the frequency is 4. We refer back to the table. So we refer back to the table. Okay, since the frequency is 4, that's why the frequency is 4, and then the cumulative number of frequency in all the classes immediately preceding the class containing the median. It means we want to find the cumulative frequency, but we not choose in the same row, but we choose the before the row. So that's why it's 10, not 14. Can you get me? So the median is just, okay, you just put all the number into the formula and then you sum up and then you divide, and then in the end you get the answer is 1437.5.